Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, I just wanted to talk about the assault rifle and if it's good or not now. It did get a significant base damage buff, basically doubling the damage of this weapon. So I thought I would test it to see if it's a good gun now. Let's get into it here. Okay, so as I said, it did get a damage buff from 33 to 66. This is a base damage buff. And just to talk about if you want to get the plans for this assault rifle, like in case you want to craft them in order to scrap them to learn the mods for it, it does have a low chance to drop from mutate at public events. It's probably your best way to get the plan. It does have a low chance to be awarded from Novice and Mysteries and completing daily quests, repeatable quests, and events in the Mire and the Cranberry Bog. These are the only ways to get the plan for the assault rifle. It used to be rare, like really rare, but I would even say it's still rare if you want to get your hands on it today. Like I said, you cannot get it from vendors. You're not going to be able to go to the White Springs Mall and be able to go up to any of the, Protectrons and buy it. Your best way to get the plan for this is probably from the mutated party pack, so pay attention for those mutated events coming up. And if you want to find one, if you don't have the plan, I'm going to show you a couple locations you can find one at, like Fort Defiance here. Just keep in mind when you are picking these up in the open world that you do check the level of the gun. Sometimes you will pick up a weapon and it will be like a level 30, and I just don't want to see you guys, put your hard-earned mods on a weapon and then find out later that it's level 30. I don't know if the assault rifle does this as much as other weapons, but like for instance, I know the alien blaster will, give you a level 30 when you find one from time to time. So just throwing this out there, make sure it's a level 50 when you guys pick it up when you're modding it and all that. And if we come over to West Tech as well here, or just beside West Tech I should say, there is another spot here as well where an assault rifle will spawn. And just super mutants in general do drop them. They don't drop them as much as they used to, but just throwing that out there, they will drop them as well. Now, let's get on to the mods and whatnot. I do go over semi-automatic as well, but I do want to cover fully automatic first here. And just to show the effects that I have on the legendary effects that I have on the assault rifle is quad, 25% more weapon speed, 35% minus 35% action point cost, and conductors basically. So that's what I'm using in the video. If you guys want to get similar results, then this is what I'm using, and these are the mods that I'm using. I went for the precise stock here just for the condition bar, and it wasn't lowering the damage. This weapon was a little bit tricky with the mods, like a lot of things, upping the damage and lowering the damage, but for the most part, just standard mods, like the perforating magazine I'm using. But for the scopes, I would generally use a reflex sight with rifles because it lowers the AP cost you can see here, but for some reason, the short night vision scope ups the damage for this weapon by 13, I think it is. Yeah, 13. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try that. I know it's going to use a lot of AP, but, we got conductors on, and, AP usually isn't too much of a problem for me, so I'm like, okay, we'll try that. Not going to put a suppressor on it. I know you can make like a sneak build with this and make the gun a little bit more powerful. I just kind of wanted to go for a general, using of the weapon here, I guess you would say. Yeah, and going to show you guys the perk cards that I'm using here as well, just to get into that a little bit more. Like, this isn't even like a dedicated commando build or rifle build, I guess you would say now. I was using a heavy gunner build using this rifle, and I was still doing more than a little bit of damage. I will link a video to this build and a full health commando build if you guys are interested in using this weapon a little bit more. But just saying, it works well with the heavy gun build as well, which I'm going to show you guys here. I'm also using Black-Eyed Susan Soothin', I'm using Blight Soup, and a Small Guns bobblehead, just for a little bit of extra damage. And yeah, not a bad rifle. It's definitely, you can definitely tell the damage is up. It used to be a lot worse, but like I said, or sorry, I don't know if I said, it is using a ton of AP. Remember we were talking about the sights on the weapon? Well, maybe, the short scope isn't the best thing to use, right? Because it's using so much AP. Even with conductors, it was just like, I couldn't keep a steady flow going of killing, general enemies. So I'm like, okay, let's try the reflex sight. We're going to lower the AP cost, and we'll just take that hit for the minus 13 damage there. And, you know, give it a try. See how it works this way. And yes, it is definitely a lot better, I would say, you know, without putting that scope on it. Especially because you're probably not going to go fight Earl or a Scorched Beast Queen or fight the Guardian with this weapon, right? This is probably just going to be for general enemies like Super Mutant or Scorched. And yeah, fully automatic, it's definitely usable. You can see here, if you set it up this way, probably the way to go. You'll be able to keep on going. But just like I said, don't expect to do too much damage. Like, if you're going to fight some bigger enemies, you will have no problem finishing them here, like I am showing you. But there's just better rifles, honestly. Can't say I'm disappointed with the assault rifle, but I thought it would be doing a little bit more damage than it is still, considering the damage got doubled in the patch notes there. But yeah, it's still just, you know, something I probably wouldn't use all of the time. Fully automatic anyway. But yeah, just general enemies like Super Mutants, Scorched Beast, you know, you're running around with my Heavy Gunner build. Yeah, this gun's definitely fun to use for sure. Definitely give it a try, guys. Fully automatic. Now, if I could recommend some other weapons for fully automatic rifles to use with this build, or the other commando build that I'm going to link in the description, I do highly recommend the Ultrasight Laser Rifle or the Enclave Plasma Rifle, especially with the aligned flamer barrel on it. You can see the damage it does is absolutely insane right now. So give those weapons a try if you can. These are the ones that I'm using in the video here, just in case you guys want to get similar results. And yeah, I'm having tons of fun with these rifles right now as well. And now let's get into semi-automatic with the assault rifle. I figured we would try this as well. I just want to point out too, the prime receiver seems to do about the same damage as the hardened receiver. So if you want to use prime, you know, you're fighting Scorched or Scorched Beast a little bit more, maybe you want to have that on. But honestly, the hardened receiver looks just as good. It's a, you know, a little bit more weight, like barely a pound. We are going to be using Gunslinger Master with this build as well, which is basically like reverse onslaught for slower firing weapons, because this will be a slower firing weapon now that it's semi-automatic. And wow, I was very impressed with this, honestly. I didn't expect it to do this much damage semi-automatic. This thing is an absolute beast at semi-automatic. I wouldn't say, you know, like, again, go fight Earl or, you know, the Guardian with it or anything like that. But, like, I'm one-shotting mole miners here, like, so easily. Like, no missing in the VATS or anything. Extremely satisfying, guys. Look at me just destroy a Blue Devil here semi-automatic. Semi-automatic is the magical way to go. I know some semi-automatic users are like, oh, I've known this forever. But yeah, I'm telling you, definitely give it a try semi-automatic, guys. I almost didn't try it like this, and I'm thankful I did, because this is definitely the way to use this weapon. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments as well, or, you know, if you guys would change up any mods as well. This is, you know, how I was playing, and I had lots of fun. Definitely more the semi-automatic route. So yeah, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you think of the video. I appreciate you guys watching so much, and as always, have a pleasant evening.